Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Chris with the C, back at you in the video. If you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on welcome. I try to put out 1 to 2 videos a week. I do sit downs, reviews, reactions, vlogs. So if any of that interests you, make sure you check out the prior videos on my channel. And if you see anything you like before you leave, make sure you subscribe. So today, you guys, I'm coming at you with an unboxing. Actually, last week I filmed an unboxing, but because of this unboxing, I highly likely will not post that one. So it has been a madhouse over here, and yeah, I'm just getting home, you guys, from retie number 5. So yeah, usually I try to do something with my hair, but this is just FYI. You probably came here again for the Colorsoft unboxing, but I always got to put a little bit of extra Crystal with the C in there before we get to the things. So yeah, just to let you know, yeah, if you watch my content regarding my hair updates, yeah, I just got retie number 5. We will do a 6-month update when I get to retie number 6. But yeah, I'm still not loving all the shrinkage, but we make do. So, but anyway, guys, we are here today. We are gathered here today to do the unboxing of this right here. This is the Amazon Kindle new Colorsoft. And it is the signature edition, colors metallic black. You see the details here. So I just got home, so this was at the front door waiting for me. So I just want to read a few details. If you have not already seen a million reviews of the Colorsoft, I've seen quite a few already. But just, you know, again, this is the box right here. This is the back. So it is different than the other Amazon boxes that have shipped out Kindles, the new generations this year, because I at this point have all of them. So I'm just gonna unbox this and then we'll talk about it a little bit more and do a comparison with some of the other Kindles that I have. Briefly, I'm gonna play with it and kind of let you guys know probably in a follow-up video if I'm gonna return it or if I'm gonna keep it. So this is again the signature edition, the 32 gigabyte. Is the storage option with this one. This is Kindle's first colored e-reader. Other brands, to my knowledge, as I've been doing research, do other e-readers, but this is Amazon's first. So, and it does have details on the back. So it says color you cannot put down. It has a 7-inch glare-free Colorsoft display, highlights in multiple colors. Also, you know, it talks about the access to the Kindle store, high contrast, paper-like feel, also auto-adjusting front light, wireless charging. So yeah, all of that is accessible through this Kindle here. So we're gonna try to switch the angles a little bit and see what that looks like once we get this open. But I just kind of want to show you guys the initial impression. And I have to be 100% honest because I have seen quite a few reviews already on the Colorsoft. So I am aware of the yellow bar issue at the bottom of the Kindle. And I'm not all that excited, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what this one is gonna look like, but this was kind of an experiment anyway. This does retail for quite a bit of money. It's like $279. I really only got it because I had like a $150 gift card. So like out of pocket, it was $153 for me. So that was the reason why I went ahead just to see, because I don't intend to keep all of the current Kindles that I have at this moment. So I will show you them again after we unbox this. So on the interior of the box, it does have like a quote in here, and it has like the Kindle logo. So the quote is from Oscar Wilde, says mere color, unspoiled by meaning and unallied with definite form, can speak to the soul in 1,000 different ways. And again, that's a quote from Oscar Wilde. So this is the interior of the box. When you open it up, this is what it looks like, and it says, welcome to a new world of color. And when I take this out, just gonna put this to the side for a moment. Also in here, you do have the instruction manual here as far as how to use the Kindle Colorsoft, the signature edition. And being that it is a signature edition, it doesn't come with ads, you guys. In case you are wondering, I'm learning all of these things myself. But yeah, the signature edition does not come with ads, so you don't have to contact Amazon to get them taken off. They're already taken off on the signature edition, which this one is. And then also it comes with the charging cord in here, and that's pretty much it. The box otherwise is empty. So again, we're just gonna set that off to the side. Let us take this off here. And I have like these long press-ons, so this becomes quite complicated for me. But here we go. We are getting it right here. And this is what it looks like. It does come in the color black. And it is, again, metallic black, but it does have like this little logo on the back that, you know, does kind of give off iridescent colors. And yeah, this is what it looks like right here. So I feel like, just first impression, this metallic is not similar to me to the Paperwhite Signature metallic, because I have that one right here. And the reason why I actually ended up getting this Paperwhite Signature was because I like the metallic back more so than the rubbery back of the regular Kindle Paperwhite. It just really bothered me out of the box. So I went ahead and upgraded to the Signature Edition because I like the back better. You're probably seeing fingerprints and stuff here, but typically that's not there. I just kind of drag this across the table. So yeah, I do like that one. I feel like this one would actually get more fingerprints on the back than this metallic pink one would, but again, time will tell. But this is the front of the device, very pretty in color. So we have to turn this on here, and I'm probably gonna pause at some point, you guys, so I can set this up and we can go through my books and all and kind of do a little bit of a comparison. So I'm just waking up the device now. But as far as weight, it feels pretty much similar to this Paperwhite Signature here that I have, like the weight. Actually, this feels maybe a little bit heavier, but I think if you look on Amazon, this one actually is heavier. But in my hand, it feels very light, and this one feels like it has a bit more heft to it, to be honest. But yeah, that's just an observation. So I'm gonna do language in English. So we're starting to set it up here. And then I'm in the United States, not the United Kingdom, although I've been to the United Kingdom. It's quite nice. And then, yeah, we have the Amazon blue screen here that is starting to set up or load, which is a very pretty screen. I really do like the Kindle app logo. So going, we'll see how long this takes. And yeah, I am kind of seeing the yellow at the bottom. Yeah, I am. So I don't know if it's enough to bother me. I just want to preface as well, I do have astigmatism in both eyes, so in general my eyesight isn't that great. But I think if you look for something, you definitely will find it, number one. But number two, it's not like, because I knew to look for it, that's something that I'm looking for. But if I just turned it on and I didn't know about the yellow line on this particular device, I don't know, I may not be able to tell until I actually start reading. That may be more so when it would be more evident to me personally. So I'm gonna do setup on this Kindle. I do have the app on my phone, but I'm not gonna do all that. So I'm just gonna put in my Wi-Fi information, guys. So I may speed this up when I actually upload. So I kind of liken it to, I do have right here, this is, I'm sorry, I'm trying to pick up everything. I have right here my iPad Mini 6. So I kind of liken it almost to the issues with the iPad Mini 6, if you've heard about them, as far as like the jelly scroll. Again, I've got issues with my visual. I have visual deficits and issues, so I never noticed a jelly scroll, but I'm not doing this up and down with my screen, so that's not something that would be noticeable to me. What? Incorrect passcode? Okay, let me get this together. I'll have to see, because I'm gonna play with this tonight, and I'm probably gonna compare the two and kind of make a decision if I am gonna return this one and just get my $150 gift card back in addition to the other $150 I paid out of pocket, or if I'm gonna return this one. This one was like $199, so if I did return this one, then yeah, I'd get like a little bit over $200 back. All right, guys, we're back. So it is in the process of completing the setup, but as we're doing this, I want you guys to kind of see the screens and what the color looks like as I'm seeing it as well. Now, as we were setting up and it was restarting, I did see a little bit of ghosting, like a little bit of the prior screen, like the progress bar when I was restarting. So I did want to let you guys know, if you're interested in this device, I don't know what that's going to compute to when I start actually reading, but we're doing no thanks here. Make this kid friendly. I don't need that. So we're going to move on to next. And yeah, I do definitely see where people talk about this being grainy. And it's just giving me instructions as far as how to read on this device. It's not my first rodeo, so yeah, I definitely see where it's grainy. I'm filming on my iPhone 12 Pro Max. We're gonna eventually get a better phone at some point, like in another year or so. But for now, I have the smaller cameras, the smaller sensors. So that's why I'm gonna try to tilt the camera down in a little bit, guys, so we can kind of see all the devices together. And maybe that might be a little bit better for some of you who are trying to decide if this, if some of the imperfections of the device or if the trade-offs are worth it to you for how you read and how you implement an e-reader into your lifestyle. So yeah, I can definitely see where it is a bit grainy but this is like, yeah, all of my books here. And I feel like it is pretty relatively fast. So right now I'm reading this book from Frida McFadden. That's an author that was recommended to me by someone here on YouTube, the BookTube space, which I've now gotten into. So I'm reading this book. I will be finished with this one probably another hour or so. Very good book, and that was recommended to me. And then this is the book that Hello Beautiful. This is the book that was advertised with the Colorsoft, and I'm actually reading that book now. I haven't gotten quite into it because the genre and the writing style is a little bit different to me than like someone like a Geneva Rose or a Lisa Jewell or even now Frida McFadden. As far as the writing style is a bit different, but it is very interesting. I'm like 15% into the book. So let's open up, let's see, what do we want to open up? Let's open up Never Lie because this is the one I'm currently reading now. And we can kind of look and see what that looks like. And I'm gonna tilt the camera down, you guys. Hopefully this will work because it's been quite a while since I've tilted the camera down to try to do some of these videos here. Probably since I did my initial Apple unboxings in 2021. But I just want to, I want to give you guys just like a better view of what the screen looks like. Again, it's not going to be perfect because again, I have lighting. It is getting dark behind me. It's been raining all day here in Houston. So keep all of that in mind. I do see definitely, and this is, excuse me, these are just my first impressions. And I definitely do see that yellow bar at the bottom. I probably will take some pictures and see if I can insert it. So, because it's very hard for someone to kind of show you on camera what that might look like. But I'm gonna be honest, I feel like this same yellowing that I see at the bottom here is something that I also noticed on my Kindle Paperwhite Signature Edition, if I'm not mistaken. And I was like, what the heck is that? Like, because it's not on my basic Kindle and it wasn't on my prior Kindle Paperwhite. That was a 2015 model that I gifted to my mother. So this may in fact not just be with the Colorsoft, it may be with some of the Kindles that they're introducing, the Paperwhites, because essentially this is a Paperwhite just like this. It's just that this one does not have color. It's the Signature Edition. This one does have color and it's also the Signature Edition. So maybe it's a defect amongst the Signature Editions. I don't recall, because I did have the regular Paperwhite, not the Signature Edition, for a little bit. Well, for one day before I sent that to my mother and gave that one to her and decided to get the Signature Edition because I like the back better. And because of the size of this, I don't know if I'm gonna actually use a case. So for me, the back and the comfort, all of that was quite important for me personally. So it may be something with the Signature Paperwhites. I don't know. Comment below, let me know if you know anything about it. But we're gonna go ahead and tilt the camera down so we can look at these together. Hopefully we can see some things, observe what the differences are, and hopefully that helps you guys kind of make a decision for yourself if you think this is good for you or if it's not gonna be good for you and if you're gonna wanna pass on it. So guys, hold on, I'll be right back and we will change the angle of the camera. Okay guys, we're back. So wanted to kind of show you before we get into the book, the lock screen here. So again, we're reading the book On My Signature Paperwhite, The Never Lie from Frida McFadden. And this is just the regular wallpaper from Kindle, so you can kind of tell the differences here as it relates to the color contrast. So I'm going to turn this on, and I want to go ahead and show you the book cover before we get into everything else. You will kind of see the settings here for the Colorsoft. So it has the auto brightness, same as it does here on the Paperwhite signature. Again, we'll get into that. But it also has the schedule off for the warmth, the color style standard, and then also in here you can select standard or vivid. And it does give you a description of both of those colors and kind of why you would use one or the other. Standard is for everyday reading. Vivid enhances color in less saturated images. We're going to keep it on standard for now. And the device did come with like 52% charge. So I would imagine if you have your images in vivid, then it probably will burn battery faster. Also, you do have the page color here, like the white or the like dark mode. So I know people were saying that there's like not a dark mode. There is a dark mode on the Colorsoft. It just may look a little different, I think, than probably the dark mode on the Signature Paperwhite. But kind of my whole thing here, I'm getting distracted now. I wanted to show you guys like the book cover. So let me go to settings. I don't remember how you get to the book color. I think it's like what screen and, no, I did accessibility. Screen and brightness, yeah. So show cover on lock screen. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we can kind of get into like all the like little fun stuff here. There we go. So yeah, it's very subtle color of this book, but I definitely can tell the difference from, you know, what colors are highlighted here. It's like kind of a reddish black here, and it is very muted, but it's quite nice, to be honest. And then, yeah, you have just the plain black and white here on the Signature Paperwhite. So just want to kind of show you guys that before we kind of get into the different settings. So let me turn both of these on. So, and let's go back to the dark mode so we can kind of see the difference in both of these as it relates to the dark mode. And one difference here, I'm sorry if this is kind of loud. See, like in the dark mode with the Signature Paperwhite, everything, the entire screen is in dark mode. Whereas with the Colorsoft, you see like the home buttons and everything else is still in white and only the page is in dark mode. So again, when you're reading, there is a dark mode. However, the whole device does not change to the dark mode when you're navigating around the different menus. So again, that's something to keep in mind. But what was I doing here? Let me go back. So I wanted to see what the color and brightness were at. So right now I have my brightness set at 5, my warmth at 16. So I was using this last night into this morning when I was doing some reading, trying to finish up this book. So if I do the same thing here, so like brightness at 5, warmth, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Brightness 5, warmth at 16. Well, that was 17. We go down 1, and we're going to keep the page color in the dark mode. Let's see what that looks like. So this is what they look like between the two. I don't know if you guys can really tell a difference. This one does look a little bit more yellow, a bit more warm. And I do notice again that the dark mode on the page is not as dark as it is on the Signature Paperwhite, but it's still pretty dark. Like this would be sufficient for me personally, but it is kind of yellow. It's a bit more yellow than the color, or not, well, the Colorsoft is more yellow, and the Colorsoft is this hand here, which is my left hand. The Signature Paperwhite is going to be my right hand, but you'll be able to tell the difference because the border of my Paperwhite Signature Edition is in the like raspberry color. So sorry, I didn't kind of distinguish that to begin with. But yeah, like this would be okay for me. Like I don't have a problem with this, but again, it does lean a little bit more yellow. And this one leans a little bit more white with the settings that we put in place. So again, that's the brightness at 5, the warmth at 16. So if we do like max brightness, that's very bright on the Colorsoft here on the left. And let's do max brightness here on the signature paperwhite. I'm just keeping it in dark mode for now. Yeah, that's definitely more of like a yellow. I actually like that though, to be honest. I like this color a bit more. And again, this is the Colorsoft. So I feel like though, I'm trying to look and see, because I'm trying to decide for myself which one I like more, which one I'm gonna keep, which one's gonna go back. So, but as it relates to this particular setting, I do like it on the Colorsoft. I don't mind it. It does glow a bit more than on the signature paperwhite though, but I could probably easily turn down the brightness. Or when I say brightness, I meant the warmth. So I think it kind of boils down to the warmth being. That's different. So I just took the warmth all the way down. Let me do that here too. Yeah, and taking the warmth all the way down, I can definitely see the ghosting. More so here, like more so on the Colorsoft than on the signature paperwhite. And it just looks like the letters are like glowing, and this one looks like it's more white. So if I were reading in bed, and say you're like sleeping in the bed next to someone you're trying not to disturb, I feel like this is gonna glow and have more of a light to it than this one. I think this one is not gonna have much of a reflection if you're reading at night in bed. So yeah, this is a bit bright to me, and that's with the warmth all the way down. If I think they're still in the same brightness. Yeah, that's the 24 brightness. So let me put the brightness down to like, yeah, I just did 10. I mean, that's better. Yeah, I mean, that's better to me. So, I mean, again, you don't have to read with the max brightness, whether it's on dark mode or it's on the light mode. Let me take both of these off of dark mode so we can kind of see what these look like. So we're just going to do the regular standard page. And we're at, hold on, this brightness is at 10. Let me put it up to 15 brightness, so the brightness will be the same on both. So you guys can kind of see the difference here. I feel like this is just the brightness. There is no warmth on. It's interesting, the differences. Yeah, as you can see, like this is just with the brightness on 15, 15 on both. There's no warmth on the signature paperwhite and no warmth on the Colorsoft. This one like looks a bit more blue, and this one looks a bit more yellow, warm. I personally do like the warmer screen better. And yeah, there is some pixelation, but like I said, I don't think it's enough that would bother me personally. So again, I'm just kind of playing with the settings, guys, just kind of seeing what I see. So if I put this, like say, we're just gonna do 15 and 15 on the brightness and warmth on both and see what the difference is. Okay. Wow, that does look very different. Okay. So it's just kind of a matter of what you guys prefer as it relates to a look. I think as it relates to my first impressions, I am liking the look of my pre-existing signature paperwhite a bit more. But again, I have to play with both and see how I feel about it. These are just my first impressions, but yeah, I don't have any like manga or anything like that. If I decide to keep this, I definitely will be getting some manga or something. So let me open up the Hello Beautiful book, because this is the book that Amazon kind of advertised as it relates to like the paperwhite. So let me open this up, and I want to see what the lock screen looks like with this color. So yeah, the lock screen's nice, muted color, but quite nice. Let's change it to vivid and see if there's a difference. I don't think there's gonna be a big difference. Because mostly, like, if you're not reading in color, then you're mostly gonna be enjoying this device for like the colors, the covers that are gonna be in color. So I just changed it to vivid. Oh, that is different. That is different. I mean, not to be redundant, but it is more vivid. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully so. I think we're a little out of focus, but we fixed that. So my apologies if we've been out of focus this whole time. I've tried not to move much just so, yeah, that's very pretty in the vivid. And just again, to kind of like compare a little bit, let me take this off. I'm gonna put Never Lie in the vivid mode as well. And again, we're just kind of like playing around with the device. So I'm just going back to Never Lie. Let me see what Never Lie looks like in the vivid. Yeah, there's definitely more color here for the vivid setting. And then I also have my iPad mini 6, so we can kind of compare if you do have this device. I know a lot of people use their iPad minis as like e-readers. It would hurt my eyes too much to do that. I have read on here for brief periods of time before, but over like an hour, like after like 30 minutes, 20-30 minutes, it's gonna hurt my eyes too much. So an e-reader is definitely for me. So yeah, I just wanted to compare the two. So you can't expect like iPad level coloring because there is different technology that goes in like to the iPads and the display, the refresh rate, all the things. So yeah, this is definitely going to be different. It is just giving you a soft version of the color, as the name says. And also I wanted to kind of show you guys next to this right here. This is the Kindle Basic and the Matcha. So guys, I have just been on an e-reader journey, and hopefully it will end soon because it is just, yeah, quite taxing. But what I will say is, out of all the e-readers I've purchased since I gave my 2015 Paperwhite to my mother, when I unboxed this one, this again is the basic, or the like entry cost, I guess, Kindle. Again, they have in the black, and then they introduced this new color Matcha for 2024. Guys, once I unboxed this Matcha Kindle here, I knew it was going to stay with me. I had no doubts about this one. Number one, it's small, it's portable. The screen for me personally is just very clear. So I don't have a lot of issues. I'm trying to get back to the actual page. Yeah, let me go back to 284. Here we go. 284. Oh my gosh. Okay, come on, page. Work with me. There we go. No, I don't need to actually. Yeah, that's the page I'm trying to get back to. So just want to compare the basic to the Colorsoft. So let me see what the Colorsoft settings are on. And I just think the Colorsoft is just, or not the Colorsoft, but I think the basic is just quite perfection to me personally. So if you're getting into e-reading for the first time, you don't really need all these other devices. I had my 2015 model Kindle Paperwhite for quite a long time. I'm just now upgrading and getting into like the e-reader world. So don't mind me and my consumerism, but if you're just looking for one e-reader, most people I think will be good with the basic. I mean, if you're wanting a bigger screen, then yeah, of course the Paperwhite is quite nice as well. So we have the brightness on 13. Let me take the warmth all the way off on the Colorsoft. And we're just gonna go down the brightness of 13. I have my signature off to the side. Let me do the same thing. And then we'll look at all three together. So, and hopefully this is helpful. I'm sorry if it's like wordy and discombobulated. Again, I just got home, so that's why, and I just opened it. So we have the Colorsoft in the middle here. This is the basic. Basic is very clear. I love the regular setting for the basic. I love the dark mode. It is very crisp and clear in my opinion personally. This and all of these have the brightness of 13. And the Colorsoft again kind of lends more to a bluish hue, which I'm not in love with, to be honest, but I could make work because again, you can always adjust the warmth settings on here. So you're not tied into one. So that's what I do like, that you can customize the settings to something that better suits your preference. And then here we have on the far right, we do have the Paperwhite signature in the raspberry, and this is the brightness on 13, again, which is very clear, and yet it still has some warmth to it. When I'm in kind of this mode, I don't really see the yellow bar at the bottom. That was really mostly with the setup. But again, like I said, guys, I have to play with this a little bit more, see what I see, and if it is like very noticeable. But my first impressions, like, it's nice. It's nice to have color on the cover. And there is, like I said, quite a bit of ghosting that I've noticed on the Colorsoft, more so than I feel like the other Kindles. So that's something to keep in mind. And yeah, like with the standard to the Vivid mode, Vivid definitely does show the covers like quite a bit. They're quite a bit nicer and more colorful than just the regular standard mode. I just want you guys to kind of see that again. And I just have the same book on all three, so you guys can kind of see the difference. So yeah, I mean, it's nice again to have colored covers. And for me personally, with whatever Kindle I decide to keep, I just kind of want there to be a difference between my e-readers where they all have a purpose and a use case, so to speak. So I think it would be nice to have the color, but I don't know if there are going to be some updates that will improve the software on this device, or if it just kind of is what it is right now. I mean, again, like I said, financially, it would kind of make more sense for me personally to return the signature Paperwhite edition, because I had a $150 gift card for this one. So this one technically, again, was like $153 out of pocket. Whereas I can get the cash back for this one, which is over $200 after, you know, taxes and all are included. And then if I did that, I would just have these two devices here, one that is portable, one that has the color in the covers. And I don't read manga or comic books, but guys, I can get into that. Like, I'm a very fluid reader. So that's, I mean, if I do get into comic books or manga one day, which again is not far off from me personally, it would be nice to have a color e-reader, but I would like to see Amazon put some updates to the Colorsoft to make the technology a little bit better. So I don't know if that will come in a software update, or if that's going to come in like replacement of some of these models. I don't know, guys. So again, this is just something to keep in mind, and these are just my first impressions. So would I recommend it? I do, if you can get a good deal on it. Otherwise, you might want to wait for some of these other issues to be resolved, with the yellow bar at the bottom, with some of the ghosting. Maybe a software update will do. So I would kind of wait on this one if you have your eye on it now. But if you need an e-reader, guys, this one is perfection. Like, yes, I love this one right here, this basic. I think this will suit 99.9% of people and their needs. So I would highly recommend this one, and it's subsequently the cheapest one. And I just happened to get mine with the ads taken off, so it was like $130. But you probably can, you know, Black Friday is coming up. Maybe they will have a deal or discount on these basic Kindles, so you can wait for that if you're not too pressed to get another e-reader. So that would be my recommendation. So hopefully, guys, you enjoyed that video. It made a lot of sense. It wasn't, you know, very rambly. But if you have any questions specifically about one or more of these devices and what I decided, I'll probably come back in a follow-up video. Let me know. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to leave you here and play with these a little bit more. And guys, I will see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.